The following is a presentation of the Championship Racing Network.
CrossedFlags, a racing podcast. It's your midweek fix for racing news and information. Brought to you by the Championship Racing Network. Now let's head trackside to join your hosts, Steve West and Matt Nicholson.
Welcome into the latest edition of CrossedFlags. I'm Steve West, Matt Nicholson right there. Let's start it off, Matt, by asking, how are you feeling? We had to miss you on last Saturday. We want to make sure you're doing okay.
Well, ever since last Wednesday, you can basically call this last 6.5 days days to forget.
Right.
But I'm dealing with complications right now still that I'm having to fight through. But we'll get over the hump somehow.
I got
It's
you.
not been very fun. After the surgery, developed pneumonia in my left lung, and I'm gonna have it checked again tomorrow. But they have a fear that there's a possible partial collapse in my left lung. So I'm gonna get checked out again tomorrow at a post-op follow-up to make 100% sure.
Okay.
But that's what it looks like.
I got
Other
you.
than that, it's been rough.
Yeah, I understand fully. Well, we're praying for you. No doubt about that. We're certainly going to try doing a version of what we were going to try and do last weekend until things kind of went south a little bit there. And that's maybe have you on a YouTube feed and me on the radio come this Saturday. So hopefully that'll work. In the meantime, plenty to try and get to here. First of all, big weekend this weekend, what we used to call the best weekend, the greatest day in motorsports, really. And it was because we had 3 Crown Jewel races, 2 of which we still have, Indy 500, Coca-Cola 600. We used to kick it off with Monaco in Formula One, but now they've switched Monaco to Canada. Can we still call it the greatest day in racing?
Nope.
Kind of agree. Plus, I'm also still wondering why we have this weird schedule that they're doing in Formula One. They decided to do this pod thing geographically, and it sounded great on the surface. And then they come to North America and they run Miami the first weekend in this month, and then they wait until this weekend to run Canada. And if they'd run them in back-to-back weekends, we could have still been in Monaco this weekend, and it would still be the greatest day in motorsports.
Could have, but somebody in F1 does it on the globe.
Apparently. So anyway, so that's that. The rest of it we'll get you set up for this weekend. Plenty to get to. Hopefully you'll join us then, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central Time. Talk 99.5 on the radio, CRN Live on YouTube, or Talk 99.5, Real Talk 99.5 on YouTube. Plenty of places for you to catch all of that. But let's talk about this past weekend and what happened over in Delaware. NASCAR running the All-Star race. And it's a good, bad, and ugly situation, really. I'll start with what everybody has said is the good. And I say everybody because I didn't have the chance to watch it. There was too much other stuff going on. But let's just say, and see if you agree, that by and large, the most people say that the good part of it was that the on-track action was actually quite good.
I wouldn't call it quite good.
Okay.
I would say that it's better than what it has been the past 3 Dover races.
Okay.
Because that horsepower increase combined with the lower downforce. Now, I would have personally liked to see a little bit more tire wear.
Okay.
Go elbows up.
So maybe even a bit softer compound?
Just a little. I would have went a little bit softer, maybe a number softer.
Okay.
But it from an overall standpoint, it was better than what past Dover has been.
Okay. So let's deal with the bad and the ugly, and we'll figure out which one's which here in a moment. There are 2 things that I wonder about. Number one, we're dealing with a format that nobody understood. And I didn't even try to explain on Saturday's show. You were listening. You heard me talking about it, I think. In the fact that it was so muddled. 3 segments, 75 lap, 200 lap, So you got 350 laps, which is just shy of the 400 lap race that would have been scheduled had it been a Dover points race. That's one. I think that's way too long, me personally. Number two, all 36 chartered cars were there to run the first two 75 lap segments before they cut it down to 26. To me, that's not an all-star race. An all-star race needs to be special, and it needs to be limited to a certain, shall we call it, a subset of people. It used to be that the all-star race was for the guys who won the previous year and previous champions who didn't otherwise get in. Why are we just now allowing everybody to get in?
Charlotte and Daytona is the problem.
Okay.
People that sit in an office and they're trying to manufacture drama, better yet, they're trying to go WWE on this all-star race, and it's not working.
Okay. So we're trying to get a Royal Rumble of an all-star race.
And I'm gonna take something that I heard Denny Hamlin say in his post-race press conference.
Okay.
And he's got a very, very valid, legitimate point. When did the actual all-star race start? Did it start at lap 1 when the green flag fell? Or did it start at lap 151 when segment 3 started? When was the actual all-star race start?
I think there was a real good argument to say that it was lap 151.
Yeah, because the first two 75 lap segments basically felt like a heat race on steroids.
Right.
But then again, what was the absolute, and I'll say this, I'm very, very happy that Sunday I was largely under the influence of pain medication and I was partially out of it. Why did we go in with all 36 cars starting, but you got some that are already locked into round 3?
Right.
They technically didn't have to run segment 1 or segment 2.
No.
By technicality, they didn't.
It's their insistence upon having 26 cars start what would be from lap 151 on, which, again, too many cars.
No, and way too many cars. Because, it ended up being Daniel Suarez was the fan vote winner.
Okay.
But he goes out there with a junked car.
Because of a crash.
For the most part, a junked car because of that first lap 2 crash. They took half the field out.
Right.
Okay. So you got Ryan Preece eliminated. Within a couple more incidences, Chase Elliott and Ross Chastain were eliminated. And the cars were on the trailer because they were wrecked and they couldn't be repaired.
Right.
All right. And there was an image that I saw. Chris Buescher was avoiding a wreck, got through a wreck, but he hit the inside wall, getting through the wreck. Car was very, very raceable in my opinion.
Okay.
But NASCAR officials said that the front clip was bent and it was not safe to race. So they had to put the 17 car on the lift gate and put it in the truck. So you got people like it was Shane Van Gisbergen. He was automatically locked from the start of the race.
Sure.
Ryan Blaney was. Ryan Blaney got junked in that first wreck. Kyle Larson got in that first wreck. He was junked. There was a couple more. Those are the ones that Christopher Bell was in that wreck. He got jumped. But he had the free pass. And what I did not understand is when that 200 lap segment started, everybody came out on the same lap. They came out on the same lap.
Okay.
Everybody was basically at lap 0.
Right.
Which,
Yeah.
What are we doing?
So the format is total junk.
The format, I would say, is past ugly.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll call the format the ugly. The bad was having all 36 cars there. There's a better way to do that. And we've seen that better way to do that. When it was at North Wilkesboro, back when it was at Charlotte in the last couple of years, if you want to give some guys who otherwise aren't eligible a chance to get in, you have the All-Star Open. And you let the All-Stars who got in because they were winners from the previous year, from last All-Star race to this one, or past champions who otherwise didn't get in, you limit the field to that. One, in my opinion, transfer from the Open into the All-Star race, and then your fan vote. That's it.
20 car maximum starting field.
I could go with that.
20 car maximum.
I can go with that.
Now, here's, and please, I'm begging if somebody from NASCAR is listening. Yes, I know I'm on routine rounds of pain medicine and all kind of stuff, but I'm speaking. I've got sense enough to know what I'm saying here. Take this thing and make this stuff so stinking basic that a third grader could officiate this race.
Okay.
All right. You take it back. The only way you get into this race is one of 3 ways. You win a race. Let's say we're going into the All-Star racing for this year, and the format needs to be completely reset. Here's my format.
Okay.
Your maximum 20 car starting field. All right. 1. Your previous year winners from 2025 and 2026 up until the point of the All-Star race.
Okay.
All right. There is your eligible competitors right there from that aspect of it. Here's your second aspect of it. Your past active series champions that are not a race winner from criteria number 1.
Correct.
Criteria number 3 is anybody that is a previous All-Star race winner from the previous, not 10 years, 5 years.
Even, okay, that limits it even more. I get you.
5 years.
I get you.
Don't like it used to be, don't use the 10-year free exemption rule.
Right.
If I was to win the All-Star race in 2009, I'm automatically, 2019, I'm automatically locked into the All-Star race all the way through 2029, no matter what.
Right.
No. But
got to be, in this case, 2021 to now.
Well, yeah. The big part of it is this. There's your criteria to get in the race right there. All right. If you're going to run it at a track like Dover, I'm spitballing here. If you're going to run it at a track like Dover, you limit that race to no more than 150 laps.
Agreed.
You run the open at, I'm going to say you run a 50-lap race in the open.
Okay.
Even if it's a short track, you run a 50-lap heat-style shootout race.
Yeah.
All right. If we're running the All-Star race on the short track, my personal opinion from Wilkesboro last year, 200 laps was spot on.
I think it worked out well, yeah.
It worked out really well. Now, I've been to All-Star events in Charlotte, Texas, and Wilkesboro.
Mm-hmm.
The one at Wilkesboro sold me over more because of the length of the one that was at Texas and Charlotte, respectively. There was a lull. There was an in-race lull to me.
Okay.
Wilkesboro was better. Back to the eligibility criteria here. All right. Say if it's, I don't know. Let's say we got 12 overall eligible competitors that is from, tell you what, let's go 14. From race winners, past champions, past all-star race winners.
Right.
Right. Now, if you've only got that right there, you go two advance out of the open. Your first two finishers out of the open advance. One fan vote winner. Kind of like it's been in previous years.
Okay.
You've got a 17-car starting field. Go earn your way in. Don't just go, oh, we got the all-star race. You're going to get the race right here because we got to mimic it and get it as close to a real Dover race, points race as possible, which it almost was. It was real close to being like a real race, the way this stuff played out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, if there are 18 eligible, meet the eligibility criteria, you cut the advanced drivers out of the open from 2 to 1. Your race winner only. Race winner only.
Okay, I'm following.
Your race winner only gets the 19th starting spot. Fan vote winner gets the 20th.
And that's it.
In the discussion. You cap the field at 20. No more than that. It makes the racing, in my opinion, it makes the racing better by intensifying it.
Sure.
And it makes it better from a team strategic move standpoint.
Right. And
because,
again,
yeah, because you got to go earn. It's making them go earn it and putting that element of challenge into it.
Sure. And really making this an all-star race. You
Yes.
know, you look at every other all-star event, regardless of how much of a joke it may have become, for example, the NFL Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl is set for people that didn't make the Super Bowl, but otherwise excelled so much at their position throughout the course of the year that they were voted into it. Major League Baseball All-Star Game via fan vote is something of a popularity contest, but at the same time, if somebody goes out there and hits 30 home runs in the first half of the season, they're probably going to get voted in because that means they did well. Same with the NBA, same with the NHL, same with any other all-star game or event that you want to talk about. These are people that had to earn their way in, didn't just get automatically in. And because took the point from them, but make the all-star race the all-star race. And it is kind of interesting because I found out today about this. Denny Hamlin said something on his podcast, Accidents Detrimental, that actually was brought up last Saturday on the Big Show. We had a caller call in, ask about doing, or was it a text? It was one of the two. Either way, we had a listener check in, say, what about taking the all-star race to someplace totally different? Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, which SMI is trying to get revived. I think it'd be a fantastic idea. I mean, I think it would be an absolutely beautiful idea to do that. And it would certainly give Nashville a reason to make sure that they keep the history of that track live. Especially with SMI's done, because they're talking about paying for the whole thing.
Take it to somewhere unique. And Fairgrounds would have a very high level of uniqueness to it. Or if you're so hard pressed and so hard set on being in the California Pacific market, there is a short track in California that could very easily handle an all-star race with that level of car count, and that's Kern County. My vote would be take it to either Nashville or Kern County. You got so many short tracks on the East Coast that are tied down with everything. All right, guys. Well, due to some technical issues we're dealing with right here, we're going to wrap this edition of Cross Flags up. So be sure this weekend, I won't be in studio, but I will be remote, like you said earlier, via YouTube, and be able to still be a part of everything because I'm not cleared to drive yet after having the surgery done. So be sure to tune in this weekend on Talk 99.5 and to talk995.com at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. So we'll see you guys this weekend.
You've been listening to Crossed Flags, a racing podcast. For more content like this, subscribe to CRN Live on YouTube, and you'll be set to catch the 2-hour live show every Saturday morning at 9 Eastern, 8 Central.
This has been a presentation of the Championship Racing Network.